Okay, just want to take this opportunity to show you guys some of my Nintendo collection. I don't have a lot of games. I used to have a lot more. I've sold a lot of them, but I'm still pretty proud of my collection. Alright, here we go. Dragon Warrior. You gotta have Dragon Warrior. The guy who sold it to me gave me this cool case. Has the instruction booklet with it. It's definitely one of my favorite Nintendo games. I remember when I first played it for the first time, I couldn't believe how fun it was just for an old school RPG. It didn't really have any good graphics, but it was really fun to play. I still play it from time to time. It's a must-own if you have a Nintendo and you like RPGs. Fist of the North Star. Not that good of a game. Crappy game. I like the anime a lot. I bought the Xbox 360, the PS3, Fist of the North Star. It's fun, good game, lives up to the anime. This game is crap. Don't play it. Kung Fu, awesome game. You gotta play Kung Fu. I mean, if you like action games, it's one of the best NES action games, and it's hard and challenging. Operation Wolf. What can I say? It's one of the best Nintendo games ever made, and it's definitely one of my favorites. The arcade is probably perfect, and the NES version is extremely fun. It's actually kind of more fun with the controller, but good game. Operation Wolf, gotta play it. Good shooter. Hogan's Alley, very good Zapper game also. Hogan's Alley. I didn't know much about this game. I read some stuff about it, and I never played it as a kid. So I actually just got it recently. I've only had this about over a year. But I played a little bit and I liked it a lot. Very good Zapper game. Contra. Contra's one of the best Nintendo games ever made. Contra. Tiger Heli. Golf by Nintendo. That's SSX3 in the background in case you're interested. Tengen Tetris. Very rare game. The best version of Tetris you'll ever find on the Nintendo, in my opinion. It has two-player Tetris for Nintendo. Eventually by Billy. It's a broken beat 'em up. Sometimes when you kick enemies it doesn't register in the game. Very fun though. Very fun game to play. It uses the Zapper also. Wizards and Warriors. Not one of my favorite games. A lot of people like this game. It's a basic fantasy action game, platforming. But it's not one of my favorites. By the way, some of these games were given to me for free, so I didn't buy them because I wanted them. But I like to have an extensive variety of NES games. Ninja Gaiden 2, one of my favorites, just like the original Ninja Gaiden, which I don't have. Ninja Gaiden 2, though, is an impressive game. You play as a ninja. You know, you can use your sword to kill enemies. It's an action platform game. It can't be beat. Very fun. Very fun game. I basically, when I play a Nintendo game, what matters to me is how fun it is. If it's a lot of fun to play, I'll play it. Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, World Class Track Meet. You need the NES the pad to play this game. I don't have the pad. It also works with Dance Aerobics. That's the only way you can play this game. You can't play this game with a controller. Duck Hunt. What can I say? One of the best Zapper games. Very hard. And Mario Brothers, a classic. You gotta own a copy of Mario Brothers for your Nintendo. Major League Baseball for Nintendo by LJN. Pirates. This is definitely one of my favorite games. I know they remade this for the Xbox PC. I like that game more than this, but this game is really, really good. It's got a battery pack. It saves your game. when you turn the console off. Pirates is one of the best games ever made, bar none. You play as a pirate. You sail the high seas looking for treasure and fighting other pirates in your battleship. I mean, you can't beat that. In your pirate ship, I mean. Circus Caper, goofy game. Basically, you're trying to save your family from people who kidnapped them in the circus. It's kind of goofy, fun. Marble Madness, classic arcade game. It's very well done on the NES. The graphics are pretty crap, but they tried. It's fun to play with the controller. It's very fun to play with the joystick. You gotta have Marble Madness. I mean, Marble Madness is fun. It's got a 2-player mode, the NES version. Enough said. 10-Yard Fight. Actually, I haven't played this game much. Football game for NES. One of the many. Afterburner. I actually kind of like this game. Really poor graphics on Afterburner for the NES. I think it could have done a lot better. It tries very hard to mimic the arcade game. In a lot of ways it succeeds, but a lot of ways it fails. There's basically no draw distance in this game because it's on the Nintendo. So the enemies just kind of are small and then they get bigger. It does the music really well, I'll give it that, but you'd have to try it, see what you think for yourself. Excite Bike, awesome racing game. You gotta own Excite Bike for your Nintendo, it's a must-have. Double Dragon 2, the best Double Dragon on the Nintendo, bar none. Pinball. Not a must-own for Nintendo, but it is a lot of fun, and it's very much like a realistic pinball table, and that's saying a lot on the Nintendo. It's a very old Nintendo game, but it's very good. Milon's Secret Castle. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Milon's from Hudson. I don't know. It has a crap story about a magical castle. It's a secret castle, and you have to save a princess in the castle with your magic bubbles. Yeah, really weird game. I might sell it. Next we have Super Sprint. Super Sprint. Fun game. Arcade classic, Atari classic. Very well done on the Nintendo. Very fun with more than one player. Very fun with more than one player. Good racing game. Good racing game over here. By the way, I have played these games. I'm not just pretending like I know about them. I've played them all. Except for 10-Yard Fight. Shinobi. I like Shinobi. I'm a fan of Shinobi. I like Sega. Anything from Sega. I'm so glad they made this for Nintendo. Good version. Not as good as the Sega Master System version, but very close. Very close. A very fun game. It's a ninja game, by the way. Shinobi, you can't go wrong with Shinobi. Now this is TNC, Town and Country, Surf Design. Wood and Water and Rage, probably one of the longest titles on the Nintendo. Yes, that's a gorilla on the cover. This game has you skateboarding, surfing. Yeah, skateboarding and surfing. Very goofy, very fun, very good game. Simple controls, simple graphics, it works. If you like extreme sports, I think you'll like it. I think you will. Spot Goes to Hollywood. I don't understand this game. This is a puzzle game. I really can't get the hang of it. I'm not sure what the deal is with it, but it's okay. Big Nose the Caveman. Big Nose the Caveman's a good game. I haven't played it much, so I can't say much about it. The little I played was fun, funny, very funny game. Much like another game I have called Caveman Games. Yeah, Caveman Games. It's like the Olympic Games, but caveman games. They throw each other around. They try Try to avoid getting eaten by a dinosaur. It's funny. One of the funniest games I've ever seen. And it's pretty fun, but it's a button masher like track and field, if you're into that stuff, which I am sometimes. Jeopardy. It's Jeopardy on NES. Jeopardy Junior, what can I say? Pretty easy. Junior edition. Should get the regular edition. Easy trivia. Little Nemo the Dream Master. Very fun fantasy game from Capcom. Capcom they make amazing games for Nintendo. Little Nemo the Dream Master is one of the best. You have to play it. It's an action platformer with magic. I've also got RoboCop. A lot like the movie, but not exactly. Battletoads, everyone knows Battletoads. Great action beat 'em up. This is a beat 'em up game at its finest. I'm almost done. The Immortal. I like to play this game from time to time. It reminds me of the really, really old Commodore 64 type games. This game's very challenging, but it's fun to play. Good fantasy game. One of the first games I ever played for my Nintendo, Eliminator Boat Duel, is still one of my favorites. It's a racing game with boats on the water. Switches view from overhead view to behind the boat view near the end of the race. It's fun. Great music on that game. I'm almost done, people. Dr. Mario. Puzzle game. Awesome. Nintendo's best. Right there. Here's another one, Nintendo's best. Paperboy. I played this a dozen times. Paperboy is awesome. If you haven't played Paperboy, go play it right now. Ring King. Ring King is decent. Not the best boxer on the Nintendo, and I think you know what game I'm talking about when I say the best boxer game for Nintendo. One of the most rare games I have, Turtles the Tournament Fighters. A fighting game with the Ninja Turtles. It's fun. It's fun to play with more than one player. The computer can beat you down though in that game. RoboCop 3. Awesome title screen music. The best title screen music I've ever heard in a Nintendo game. RoboCop 3. Very good action platformer too. RoboCop 3 is impressive overall. Super C. The sequel to Contra. More Contra action. DuckTales. I actually haven't played this game. Just got it today. Snow Brothers. Played this a ton of times when I was a kid, before it was rare. Now it's very hard to find a copy of it. You've got to play Snow Brothers. It's an action platform game where you're in stages and you try to cover the enemies with snowballs until they turn to a giant snowball and you roll them down the bottom of the stage. It's awesome. You got to play Snow Brothers with 2 players. Pretty long game, not real long, but long enough. Very good music in Snow Brothers. Snow Brothers is awesome. That's my NES collection. I've got some boxed games and some sealed games I might show in another video, but that is my Nintendo collection. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye bye.